every day, learning something new, learning something that you didn't know. I guarantee you, in a year's time, people who haven't seen you in a year, they'll think you were possessed. They'll say, who are you? They won't even recognize you. But you will be such a different person with so much more analytical ability, and you'll be a very difficult person to manipulate. And we owe that to ourselves. We owe that to those who are coming behind us, to be well informed so that we can make good decisions. You know, my mother understood the importance of that education. And my brother and I were horrible students, and she prayed to God that somehow He would help her to understand what to do to get her sons to understand the importance of intellectual development. And you know what? God gave her the wisdom. At least in her opinion. My brother and I didn't think it was that wise. Turning on the TV, what kind of wisdom is that? You know, as far as we were concerned, it was child abuse. And then, to add insult to injury, she made us read 2 books apiece from the Detroit Public Library and submit to her written book reports, which she couldn't read, but we didn't know that. And she would put check marks. Check marks and highlights and underlines, and we would think she was reading them, but she wasn't. And I was particularly disgusted because my friends were all outside playing there. I was stuck in the house reading books. But we had to do it. You know, back in those days, you had to do what your parents told you. There was no social psychologist saying, let the kid express themselves. But, you know, as I was reading those books, and I started reading about people of great accomplishment, scientists and explorers and philosophers. And I began to understand something very important. That the person who had the most to do with what happened to you in life is you. It's not somebody else. And that was very liberating for me. I no longer hated poverty after that, because I knew it was only temporary. And I knew that the power to change it was within me. And that I had